Hey, what's up, guys? Tony here, and here is another MLB 12 Road to the Show with Charles the Professor Ward. And I believe we're in May right now. I'd have to double check. And the reason why I don't know that is because I've been playing a lot of Road to the Show. And this is kind of like my normal pattern. You know, I'll get a game, a newer game, and I'll get, I don't know, for lack of a better term, addicted. I'll get hooked on it. And especially if it's a career-oriented sort of a game, such as like Road to the Show, I'm trying to get my character to the highest level in this game. And it's, you know, it's a game that has its highs and lows. For those of you guys who play it, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. And I'm going to probably, I shouldn't say probably, I'm going to make that the basis of this commentary. So, just to let you know, I've got this is a 5-game series, but I only played 4 games out of it. I think my manager gave me game 4 off, so it's game 1, 2, 3, 5. And there are certain things like right there that you notice that error, fielding error. The sticks, they're unresponsive at times. So there are things about this game that I'm starting to notice that are a little janky at times. Just kind of like, wait, I wanted to go left, you know, and it did something else. And there was another time, I don't know if it's in this video or not. It'll be kind of funny if it happens now that I'm talking about it. But I go to make a dive to my left or something, and he just like dives straight forward. Just like he fell on his face, like sniper, boof. But that's what happened. But let me tell you about this character right now, because I had what amounts to an epiphany with the way that MLB, the Road to the Show aspect of MLB plays. Now I gotta say, to preface this, I have to say that I have been playing MLB The Show since 2008, and I bought the first 2 editions, I believe it was, on the PlayStation 2. So I played MLB 08 on my PlayStation 2 before I picked up my PS3. And then, actually no, I take it back. So I played 08 on PS2, and then 9, 10, and 11 now. Or no. So yeah, sorry. Wow. Okay, so I've been playing since 08, so what is that, 5 years? So 8, 9, PS2. 10, 11, now 12, PS3. And there's there's a consistency about the game. So there's not one consistent thing like I was about to say, but there's a consistency about the game. When you play as a position player, there are certain times where you just tear up the pitching staff. You just go through, and maybe it might be for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, sometimes if you're lucky it's a month. And with Scott McLean last season especially, there were times where I remember bitching about this in a video where I was just like, man, I am just like, I'd hit 2, 3 home runs a game. You know, you put in 10 plus home runs in your last 10 games, and then you'll go a stretch of 10 or even 20 games where you don't hit a bomb, you barely get on base, you've got a batting average in the 10-game period of like, I don't know, 200 or thereabouts, or you'll go for a whole series and you'll hear, you know, the announcers like, oh, they've been holding him in check, you know, he's just 2 for 10 this, you know, series alone, or, you know, they were able to negate his power out of the number 3 spot, you know, like Matt Vescursion says. And so I just sort of thought, yeah, that was a part of the game. Like, that's just sort of like the pit, you do well, and then, you know, it sort of naturally happens in baseball. If you do well, there will be a time where you don't do so well. You'll be hot, and then you'll be cold, and that's just life, you know, c'est la vie, as it were. But I found out, and that's because I was forced to study this while I was playing this game, because there came a time where I needed to have a fielding percentage above 990 or higher, so basically perfect, or you make 1 error out of 100, or walk 3 times. So anyone who's played this game long enough will know that to walk, now, okay, let's go back. I play on rookie. I've been very transparent about that fact. I'm not, you know, I play baseball in real life. For those of you guys who are new to this channel, I play baseball in real life, and usually on Sundays. This season, I'm actually out for the season. But normally, I play baseball on Sundays. So I face live pitching, play baseball for reals, on every Sunday in my men's league. And so the last thing I want to do is, after playing in a fairly competitive league, come home and have to worry about road to the show pitching and hitting. And so I just want to get up there. I want to beast. I want to have a good time. So I don't make any apologies, and I don't make any excuses because I play on rookie. That's just the way I like to play the game. I want my baseball, video game baseball, to be fun. I don't want it to be a challenge, you know. I'm not looking to challenge myself because, damn it, I do that every Sunday hitting live pitching. So, anyways, what I did notice is that it's hard. It's like really, really hard to walk on rookie because the nature of rookie is to let the player hit, you know, to let the player ease themselves into the game. And, I mean, it's not always, you know, relatively easy. I mean, it's just sort of, the pitching is a little easier, I would imagine. I think most of it has to do with hitting in itself. It's not, the pitching doesn't really change. It's just the hitting dynamics of how, you know, putting the ball cursor, the hitting cursor, up into where the ball's supposed to go. So if I'm wrong, let me know, because like I said, I think I played maybe a month of Road to the Show in 2010, I think it was, on Veteran, and I was just like, I didn't want to deal with it. Because actually, it's kind of funny, because I came from a time period where to hit for power, you pushed up, and to hit for contact, you pushed down. So I have a tendency, when I want to hit a ball and I want to hit for power, I have a tendency to go up. You know, I don't. It's not my natural instinct to go and chase, you know, the zone and go where I think that pitch is gonna land. You know, so anyways, it's hard for me. But going back on what I was saying, I had a hell of a time making these goals, and I had failed a set of goals once already, and so I was looking to fail this second set of goals in a row. And the last thing I want to do is go onto the freaking bench and become a double-A bench player. I mean, you don't really want to do that, because then you're pinch hitting or you're pinch running if you're fast, and you get like one start every, I don't know, week or so. It's really obnoxious. So basically what I did for almost 2 weeks, I go up to bat, and I would take every single pitch until I had to swing the bat at 2 strikes. So I picked up the controller, I literally set it down on the ground until I had 2 strikes. And damn it, would you know it? First pitch fastball, bam. Second pitch changeup, bam. Third pitch fastball somewhere around the plate, foul it off. You know, I'd see these 5 or 6 pitches, you know, fouling pitches off. And you still wouldn't walk. You'd end up getting a hit, or you'd strike out, or you would chase something because you're just sort of on edge because you're trying to foul pitches off. You're trying to draw that walk. And there'd be times where, you know, you're just like, God, could you please throw a ball for Pete's sake? And that's when I realized. I checked the goals, and I'm just like, oh, God, why is it so hard to walk? You know, like sometimes it feels like the pitchers sometimes can't hit the strike zone, you know? And then I got through this goal. It took, I did it on the very last day. It was so stressful. Of the last day before the goals were over, I finally walked my third time. So I, you know, got the 2 performance points. The achievements met. It was probably something like throwing accuracy and fielding reaction or something like that. And then the 990, I did not make that. I was counting on making that one because I had basically 1,000 for fielding percentage. Problem is my fielder went and threw a ball away the last week, and then I had to scramble for 2 walks. That was really what the stressor was about. That's where I made this discovery within last week. But yeah, it throws the ball away, and so it ruined my 1,000. It went to like 950. And then, oh no, sorry, he threw a ball away that week, later on that week, but he dropped a foul ball in foul territory. It was one of those easy fly balls, ran back 10, 20 feet, boom, hits the glove, falls to the ground. I'm like, no! Couldn't believe it, because I don't walk. It's hard. And so I had to walk. And I eventually did, but it was, boom, they were just razors, bam, 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 hitting the strike zone every damn at bat. And then the times I'd get really excited when the guy would miss, you know, and I'd get a 2-0 count on me. So I was up in the count by 2 pitches, and then he would throw a strike, and then he would throw a ball, and then he would throw a strike, and he'd throw a strike, and then he would throw strikes after strike. It got to be so friggin' frustrating. Anyways, here's what I noticed. I know I'm sort of beating around the bush because I'm trying to make this as long as possible, but the next set of goals, it was almost as ridiculous. It was the performance points adjustments that they always give you. One was fielding again. It was, here, have a 990 fielding percentage or better. and then the other one was hit 3 home runs in the next 3 series. I'm like, oh, I can do that. I can hit 3 home runs. These guys have been throwing nothing but just beach balls, you know, just right down the fastballs, right down the middle. Both strike 1, strike 2. I'm taking the whole time because I have to. I'm trying to walk. Well, this time I couldn't get a fastball down the middle to save my life. They pitched away, they pitched up, they were throwing around me, and it was actually a challenge to hit 3 home runs. You know, at first I thought I was going to do it, you know, like lickety split like that, you know, because he threw this guy through first game of this new series, hangs a curveball, bang it over left field. I'm like, yes, I'm feeling good. This is gonna happen. And then what happens? What happens next? Like I just said, they throw everywhere but the strike zone, and it was so hard to hit home runs. And then that's when the old proverbial light bulb went off in my head, and it's just like, oh my god, the game is not adjusting to me, my character, and my statistics. The game is adjusting to the advancement goals that it's giving me. So if it's telling me that I need to get 25 base hits or whatever, you know, in a 2-week period or 3-week period, or you need to hit 3 home runs, or you need to walk, it makes it extremely difficult to get the walks. Because if you're supposed to walk so many times, they're going to put the ball down the plate. You're going to have to, down the middle, you're going to have to be very, very patient. It's obnoxious, but that's just the way they made the game. And then conversely, if you need to hit the ball and put the ball in play and get RBIs, they make it extremely hard on you to hit the ball. So I was kind of happy about that. It was in this sadistic sort of way. I was just kind of like, that's cool. I mean, I thought it was always adjusting to my player, like I said, but it's to the goals, the advancement goals. Now, it could just be an isolated incident because, well, there have been people that I've talked to about the show, and they've been traded 2-3 times this season, you know? I've had one character starting from 2008 till 2012. I had one character traded, and that was Chester Anderson, and he got traded from the Indians to the Red Sox, or not Red Sox. We got traded from the Indians to the Reds or some damn thing. I can't remember who got traded to, but it was a very, very deflating feeling because I really wanted to go up with the Indians. So anyways, the point is that I've never been traded. All my characters, they've always stayed on the team that's drafted them, while other people have had this issue where they get traded a lot. And it's just, I kind of want that experience, I'll be honest. So I want to know if you guys have found out from your own personal playing time, do you find that the pitching difficulty changes based upon the type of goals that you're given? You know, in this case, for me, it was achieve 3 walks in a 3-week period, and then, of course, the second one's get 3 home runs in this 3-week period. And the pitching changed dramatically. It was very, very, very hard to hit a home run. And I think that's kind of what happened, because in my last commentary I had mentioned that at the end of the month of April, I was just tearing the cover off the ball. I think this is like mid-May right now. I was kind of starting to get back. In the beginning of May, I didn't really hit all that well. And then towards the end of May, I just started creaming the ball. And it was about that time that I realized that, oh man, I need to get some walks. So I'm trying to figure out, I was trying to figure that out, and I think I have figured it out. So it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, this is kind of cool, but it makes me, basically what I'm doing, I'm gonna watch it a little bit more just to see if it's consistent. This is just something that I noticed within a back-to-back series. It was just kind of like, hey, wait a second, these guys are pitching a lot harder against me this time around through this advancement goals. Because I always, like I said, I always thought it's like if you adjust your power a little bit more, you can adjust your contact a little bit more. Sometimes it's like, hey, look, you know, here we go. Oh, is this the foul ball? No, okay. I thought maybe that was the infamous foul ball. I don't know if I was recording or not, but anyways, I always thought it was based upon your performance points and how you're doing as a player, which it never does. I mean, you could hit 500 and hit 100 home runs, and you're not going to get called up to AAA or whatever unless you meet your goals, so many times in a row. So, but I do. Like I was saying earlier, I do have something that I don't want to talk about, but I'm going to save it for that video. I did make the All-Star team, the Futures game, and even that was like, what happened? Because it's a head-scratcher. You guys, I think you'll be surprised when I get around to making that video. It might be the next one or the one after. I'll have to double check, but I did play in the AA playoffs, and so it was kind of fun. I won't tell you what happened, but it was stressful, frustrating. It was typical Tony, let's play the playoffs sort of play. I mean, my characters, for me, maybe it's just me, my characters just have a hard time with postseason play, I guess. Anyways, but anyways, guys, I'm gonna let this thing wrap up, and then when we get in the performance points section, I am going to talk you through what I did. So stay tuned.
Swing and a bouncing ball toward the hole. And an underhanded throw is in time for out number 3. So 1 run on entire crew.
All right, here we go. We're going to put some performance points into Charles Ward here, and you can see the goals right there, reaction time, fielding. And so what I do, typically, like I've shown you before, I just sort of like walk it up until I finally make that goal. It took me 150 points for reaction time to make the goal, and then I put 50 points into fielding, and that doesn't quite make the goal. And actually put 90, sorry, put 90 points into the fielding, and then I got 43 points left over, and I put them into right-hand power. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing. I'll talk to you later.